Hello, Kira. Could you tell me a little bit about why you're here?
Hi, yeah. I've just been having some problems with my roommate. I just feel like there's a lot of conflict in that relationship, and I'm kind of struggling with what to do next with that.
So there's some roommate problems.
Yeah, so I have two roommates, and one of them we lived together last year, and we get along really well. And we started living with a third girl this year, and we just feel like we're not getting along with as much as well with her. We're having problems with like chores getting done. And we're trying to like problem solve and talk to her about getting that done and how that's affecting us. But the communication just doesn't seem to be going well. We just keep seeming to fight over it.
So I'm hearing you're fighting, having some communication problems, and it circles a little bit of our own chores.
Exactly. Yeah. It's mainly been we can't get the third roommate just won't do her dishes, so they'll sit there for days. And then that's hard when we, are all sharing a kitchen. So it's just been really stressful trying to deal with that.
Mm-hmm. That, yeah, that does sound really stressful.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good that I have the one roommate like that we get along. And so we're kind of on the same page, but yeah, I'm just not sure. We've tried to talk to this third roommate a few times about it, but every time we bring it up, she seems to get agitated. Um, Even if like I feel like we've tried so many ways to bring it up effectively without trying to upset her, and it just never seems to go well.
So you're getting along with one roommate, and both of you will approach the other roommate, and it's mostly the other roommate that is not doing her chores or you're having the conflict with.
Well, that's the other thing. So the roommate that I do get along with, she doesn't really like confrontation, so she kind of
Hmm.
refuses to get involved. So it's mostly me having to get onto that third roommate, which makes
Ah,
it more, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So you're really having problems with both roommates.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
different. One is a kind of avoiding her chores, while it sounds like the other one, it has more conflict issues, but she does her chores.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Trying to think. Um, Maybe tell me a little bit more about the the chores,
Mm.
like what happens when the the um like the conflict, like it sounds
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
have conflict, two kinds of conflict, a different
Mm.
kind with each roommate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so with the one who like won't get her chores done, I'll try to be nice and just like give gentle reminders when I notice that the dishes are piling up. And like I talked to the roommate that I get along with better, and she's also frustrated about it, um but I'm the one who has to like mainly communicate that. Um and then I'll like try to communicate that positively, and she might be like, yeah, that I get it, I'll try to do it, but then it still takes days to get done. So I just feel like I eventually get mad and don't communicate in the best way because I like get frustrated with having to do it over and over again. And then yeah, it's frustrating that the other roommate is kind of taking a step back, and it feels like making me be like the middleman. So it's just frustrating feeling like I'm like having to handle it all myself when I know that this roommate is equally as frustrated, but just unwilling to like say anything about it.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So you're saying the one roommate, that has the most obvious conflict will, you'll talk with her, she won't um do it. It's almost like you have to keep repeating yourself. And then the other roommate feels the same way as you, but she won't
Hmm.
wake up. So you've got a lot of weight on you for
Ex
the whole
yeah,
situation.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It just feels super overwhelming. And I also know I'm probably not communicating the best because a lot of the texts with the roommate about the chores is over text,
Mhm,
because we don't like see each other a whole lot. So that is another, like, obviously things aren't going to be communicated the best when it's
mhm.
not face to face. So that also makes it hard.
So you're thinking a lot of the communication errors might be coming from the that you only are communicating via text, or it sounds like most of
Yeah.
the time it's only text.
Yeah, definitely. I think that makes it worse. I think it just doesn't come off well, like I'm trying to be sympathetic about it, and I just don't think it comes off that way. So it just upsets the roommate more than anything.
Mhm. So you definitely
Yeah,
have some communication problems.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And I don't with this with the roommate, um, I've tried to ask her to talk to the roommate about the problems, but every time we talk, like she'll be like, "Yeah, I can try to mention it," but then I have to like coach her with how to talk to the other roommate about it. So I'm still like involved in the whole process, if that makes sense.
I see. So
Mhm.
you're having to do a lot of work just with the roommate that, has the same in agreement with you. You're trying
Mhm.
to coach her because of that fear of confrontation.
Exactly, exactly. And now this has been going on for months and we just don't totally feel like it's a great roommate connection. So me and this and my roommate have talked about not living with the third next year. So we're also stressed about like how are we going to bring that up, and like how to communicate to that to her without upsetting her too much, I guess. So that's another thing we're stressing about currently.
Yeah, so it sounds like you two are in communication and both of you are kind of apprehensive or feeling some fear of conflict for facing telling the roommate
Mhm.
that isn't doing her chores that you don't want to live with her next year.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and we wanna, like we're all friends, like, we hang out and we try to get along, so it's hard because we don't wanna ruin that friendship, but, yeah, it's just stressful when it feels like our living styles don't work together.
So you are friends, but living
Mhm.
together has created some conflict.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And I don't know if it's because me and the first roommate, like, came into it already having lived together and we already knew how the other was, but it's just been hard adding another person to the mix, I think. I think that's made it more complicated too.
Okay. Well, I think in summary, what we talked about is, and what I'm hearing is you had a lot of conflict, but there's two different conflicts with each roommate. And so now you're kind of at a place where you're trying to make a decision. And if you decide not to live with this third roommate, how to tell her. Um,
Mm.
we ran out of time for now, but I think there's a good place to end and pick it up next time we talk. And we'll
Yeah.
maybe discuss some answers or some problem solving. And that sounds like I look forward to meeting you again or to talk
Yes, thank
about
you.
this.
Yes, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Kira.
Thank
Good
you.
time and then feedback.
Awesome.
That was about 7.5 minutes. So
Okay, perfect, perfect.
I was good. I was listening. I wasn't totally looking at the clock.
Good, good. I love it.
All right. So do you want to give me your feedback first, Kira? You can go through those
Mhm.
questions and then Grace afterward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I'm trying to think of like the specific like reflections and paraphrases. I think you hit them all pretty like really well. Like I felt like you knew exactly what I was saying with each of them. So like what you were saying back to me felt very accurate and like true. I'm trying to follow the thing. Honestly, I can't think of a reflection that was inaccurate. I think you were really good at um like taking exactly what I was saying and like not adding anything.
Okay.
Um yeah, yeah. I also noticed you were really good at the eye contact. And so I felt very connected. It was
I
good.
put
Yeah.
you right up at the camera. That helped.
Smart, smart, awesome. Yeah. Um, I think that's most of mine.
And I felt present.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, good. Grace, do you have any feedback? How the session felt, or
Yeah, I think you guys connect and you understood what she say. You paraphrase very well and you summarize very well. And you did a good job. And then help her to speak more about the situation.
yeah, I
And that
appreciate
was
what's
good.
going on here because sometimes like I want to ask questions.
Right. I know. I can't imagine not being able to. That's hard.
And there's one thing I don't know. I mean, I have no answer. How the camera works? Because I noticed, Joann, you're more like looking like the client in the middle, but
Okay.
where you are actually looking at. But however, Kira, I noticed a lot of time you're looking looks like you're looking up the ceiling. I'm not sure if you look at the camera or you're trying to tell me a little more about that, because
Yeah.
when we do recording next time, and I wonder how we should do it, because
Yeah.
Joann, you are more looking into the camera, the camera,
Okay.
not the
So my
screen in the
eye
middle.
focus was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you look.
I just made the window because my camera's in the top center of my screen. So I made the zoom really narrow like this, and I moved it all the way at the top.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
move your camera?
Oh no,
No.
sorry, I meant the zoom window, the
The
zoom,
tab, yeah.
because you can
Oh,
move
how?
the screen like now I'm looking all over it, you guys. Like you can move the window wherever you want.
Oh, okay. Can I move now?
Yep.
I can.
You can see if you can move it side to side or up and down.
No. How do you move it?
Um,
Do
Gallery?
do we
The
want to finish
gallery view?
yeah,
do we
why
want
don't,
to finish
yep,
the
it's
feedback really quick?
I was gonna say,
Okay, go ahead. All right.
do you have any more feedback? Otherwise, we'll troubleshoot as soon as we end the recording.
Okay, so that's my question, that because I see Kira more looking up the ceiling when she's talking about the issue with the Zoom-mate, and that's why. Okay,
You're wondering if that was the camera or her just kind of contemplating.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Good question.
Yeah, that was me just not looking at the camera. That was yeah.
Just not thinking of what to say.
You're right, exactly.
Okay, that was good clarification. Good. All right,
Awesome.
I'll stop unless anyone has anything else, I'm going to stop the recording.
Sounds good, yeah.
All right. 1 second.